Jai Shri Mataji. Good morning, everyone. Let's all bow down to Shri Mataji. Raise our Mother Kundalini and put Bandhan. will recite Sri Ganesh Mantra.
साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः।
Let's bring our right hand on the Mother Earth. Shri Mataji, kindly balance my left channel. Mother, kindly take away all the imbalances, all the negativities of my left channel into the Mother Earth. Shri Mataji, you are Sri Ganesha. Mother, kindly establish all the qualities of Sri Ganesha within us. Shri Mataji, kindly purify and enlighten my Ida Nadi. Let's bring our right hand back on the lap and left hand towards the sky. Shri Mataji, kindly balance my right channel. Mother, kindly take away all the imbalances, all the negativities of my right channel into the sky element. Shri Mataji, you are Sri Hanumana. Mother, kindly enlighten all the qualities of Sri Hanumana within us. Shrimataji, kindly purify and enlighten my Pingla Nadi. Let's bring both our hands back on the lap. Attention on our central channel. Shrimataji, kindly establish the complete balance within me. Shrimataji, kindly purify and enlighten my Sushumna Nadi. Bringing our attention on our Sahasrara. Shrimataji, kindly establish me in the complete thoughtless awareness state. Shrimataji, kindly establish my self-realization. In this meditative state, we will now hear Shrimataji's speech.
Enter into the area called limbic area, which is on top, which is called as Sahasrara in Sanskrit, means there are 1,000 petals. These look like tongues of flames as described in the Bible. All of them look like tongues of flames, but in the brain they are of 7 colors, beautifully, very silently, peacefully opening, closing, opening, closing. So when the Kundalini goes into the limbic area, it enlightens your brain. It enlightens. And as I told you yesterday, there are many children who were dullards have now records in their examination. They have put so much of new dimension to their understanding that their teachers, their professors are surprised. This is what happens when the brain, which is used very little, starts getting enlightened. Automatically, you start using it. Then it pierces through the fontanelle bone area, which is a very soft bone, through which this Kundalini comes out. I told you yesterday that Kundalini is your mother, individual mother, and she is the power of pure desire. All other desires that we have are impure. Today we want to have, say, a chair, then we want to have a table, then we want to have a house, then we are never satisfied. We go from one to another. And it is a principle of economics that wants are not satiable in general. So what is that want which is satiable? Is this want, this pure desire. And what is the pure desire is to be one with this divine power. Whether you know it or not, whether you are aware it or not, it exists in all the human beings. And the only thing that has to be done is it is to be awakened and to be connected to this all-pervading power. So the truth is that you are not this body, not this mind, not these conditionings or ego, but you are the pure spirit. And the second one is that this all-pervading power, which is a wonderful thing. It's impossible to describe it in this short lecture of mine, but it's the one which organizes, which does all the living work. To the minutest things it organizes. So complicated everything is, but it manages all that, not only, but above all, it forgives and it loves. So such a beautiful power is all around us. So why should we have any worry? And now we have to know that yesterday we had lots of questions and nice questions are there. Today also I would like you to ask me questions. But in asking questions, please remember not to ask what is your opinion about this person or that person. Of course, now you must have known that I condemn all the people who take money in the name of God, absolutely openly. So please don't ask me questions about such people. Moreover, you ask questions which are related to our subject, because I have come here not to get anything out of you, but to give you what is your own, your beauty, your divinity, your glory. And then you will be surprised that the first thing that happens to you is a new awareness, a new dimension in your awareness comes in, and this awareness is called as collective consciousness, by which you feel others on your fingertips. Who is the other then? Also, within yourself, you can feel what's wrong with you. Only thing you have to be decoding these signals, and you should know how to correct it. This is what has to happen, which is very simple. Within a month's time, you can become your own masters, and you know how to treat yourself and how to look after yourself. I'm sorry I am here only for today. Tomorrow I have to go to Canberra, and in this lecture, whatever is possible in short, I've tried to tell you about this great mechanism that is within us. But by this you achieve so many beautiful things, as I told you yesterday, that you achieve the peace, you achieve the witness state, you achieve the collective consciousness, you achieve the light in your attention, which acts. You pay attention to something, it acts, it works. Then you get the power that you can reach the Kundalini of others. Like one light enlightened can enlighten another light. Then it gives you a complete idea about yourself and about others. Above all, you get an absolute knowledge about everything. When you have the absolute knowledge, there's no quarrel, no war, because everybody knows it on their fingertips. To know on your central nervous system is the real Bodha, from where the word Buddha has come, is the Vida, from where the word Vedas have come. Gnostics. Gna means jnana. Jnana means the knowledge. And the knowledge is not mental knowledge, but the knowledge on your central nervous system. Whatever we have achieved in our ascent as human beings, we have got all this on our central nervous system. For example, you take a dog or a horse through a dirty place. He can pass through easily. But a human being cannot pass because he has developed a new awareness about it. He knows what his beauty is. He knows what virtues are. He knows what his sin is. For an animal, there is no sin. He'll do whatever he likes because he's completely under the control of the divine. But for human beings, there's freedom. And he has to judge it with trial and error and reach a point to understand that he has to get to a higher awareness. May God bless you all.
Thank you.
You have to ask the questions. I think you are all forgotten.
Question?
Can you please tell us, melanomas, skin cancers, are these caused by a blockage of chakras?
Are melanomas and skin cancers caused by a blockage in a chakra?
Yeah, well, of course, all our diseases are because of the blockage in the chakras, no doubt. But see now, if you have to treat a tree and you start putting the medicine on the leaves, it will never be cured. You have to go to the roots. And because it is at the roots, it's so simple. Only there are 7 chakras and 3 nadis, means about 21 permutations and combinations you have to work out. That's all.
In meditation, where should we put our consciousness in the body?
You don't have to do anything. You just get into it. When the Kundalini crosses over the center, immediately you become thoughtlessly aware. That's a state when you are in the present, neither in the future, not in the past. And then the growth, spiritual growth starts working it out. And suddenly you will find one day that you have touched that depth of your divinity. You don't have to direct yourself at all. The Kundalini itself directs. Yeah.
Mother, I'd like to know the relationship between what is happening in our world in terms of the pollution and the damage that's been done to the environment. Is there an object lesson for mankind in that? And I suppose most of us would say yes, but what is the spiritual aspect of what we're doing to our world and when it's going to turn around?
What is the spiritual significance of what we are doing to our world in the sense of pollution?
Yeah, spiritual aspect is that we do not have a balance. Now, once we start a machine, the machine has to go on producing like mad. It produces more and more. Then the accent is on money, not on spirit. So what happens? That they produce more and more things and they create an atmosphere through advertisement, this, that, and everybody starts running for it. Then you have accumulation of so much of rubbish. And what you have done is that you have exhausted the Mother Earth. But when you get your realization and when you are spiritual, then what happens? You buy very few things, but very good things. You don't run after the fashions or anything, but you make a dress which is good for you, which is decent for you, and may not be 100 dresses, maybe 5 or 6, but very beautiful, dignified, artistic dresses. In the same way now, supposing I tell you that you don't drink any alcohol, you will all run away. But I don't say that. After Sahaja Yoga, people just don't drink. Now your money is saved by that. But also what is saved in that is the amount of paraphernalia you need for a drinking party. First time in India, I never used to serve any drinks in my house, but CP said in England, you have to do it. My husband said, you have to do it in that. I said, all right, that's your lookout, not mine. So he got hold of a dictionary, you see, a French dictionary, to find out what all we have to buy to begin with. So you'll be amazed, at that time, it was in 1973 we went to London, yeah. And he said that at least we'll have to pay £900 to get the best quality tumblers. I said, £900 for what? He said, for everything you have to have a different type of a tumbler. I said, really, but for what? What is the need? He said, that's the custom, that's the norm. So you see, also the norms that we have created are so stupid. There is no need. Instead of that, in India, supposing you are well off, all right, they'll have 6 tumblers made of silver, which they'll pass on from father to son, son to his son, and that's all. You won't need many things. Or plates now. So you'll have first course, then a second course, and a third course, and then you start moving with all your cutlery this way, then this way, then this way, and really you don't know what to do with it. So there's no need to do all that. There's no need, you see, to do all that. What is the necessity, you see? But you could be simple, you could use your fingers is the best, because after realization you have vibrations in your hand, divine vibration. So you start using your hand. And you can use one nice plate of brass or of silver in that same amount. You see, 6 plates of silver cost you the same as this elaborate, say, a dinner set, which is always, I would say, has to be replaced because it breaks, this happens, that happens. And the same plates you can pass on to other people. There are so many things we waste our time. Now, if you go to a lady's apartment, you will be surprised that the whole place will be filled with this, Elizabeth Arden, this, that. You open something, it all falls on you. And then you say, why have you got so many? No, mother, this has gone out of fashion. Baba, whatever was good for your skin, whatever was once good for you, use that throughout. No, but they are changing every time. I said, but you decide what you want to use it and use that thing all through. What's the use of filling these cupboards with all this? You see, we were in London, we were searching out houses. And I mean, horrible, I tell you, the experiences were. You go into any house and suddenly you find 2 legs of the pants falling onto your. And then you look up and there's a pile of things kept on top of the loft. Just the loft is overflowing with all the clothes. And so much was filled. I tell you, Australians are much more neater people. But if you go to England, you will be shocked because they are the buyers for ages. They have been buying, and there's no place for human beings to live inside. They live outside. In the Hyde Park. They're sitting in the Hyde Park. If you ask them, why are you here? Our house are overfull. So you develop the balance. And because of this lack of balance, there is ecological problem.
Is Kundalini to be developed within certain age of human existence? Or can it be developed any age?
Is the Kundalini to be developed at a certain age in human existence, or can it be developed at any age?
At any age. There's nothing like that. There's no age, no time, nothing. It's beyond all that. Even so many children are born realized these days. Sahaja Yogis get the children, when they marry, they get children who are already born realized. They're so wise, very wise. And they come and have a conference with me, very special. And then they tell me about all the uncle and aunties, what's wrong with their chakras. They are my great friends, I should say. It was very wise,
I was recently told that you always have a glass of water before you meditate. Is that correct? And why?
Always ask.
That you shouldn't ever meditate before you have a glass, unless you have a glass of water.
She was recently told that she should never meditate unless she's had a glass of water.
Sure,
Is that necessary?
For me,
No, anyone meditating.
I didn't understand. What?
No. She said she was recently told that she shouldn't meditate until she's had a glass of water.
Sahaja Yogis told you that? See, sometimes what happens, supposing you are a liver patient, then the heat might be generated out of your head, you see, like a chimney, it opens out. So if you take little water, the heat won't feel so much, maybe that. But I get the heat from all the rest of the people, and I'm going drinking water all the time to cool myself down.
Does any sort of meditation work? Does it matter? There's so many different.
There are so many different forms of meditation. Does any sort of meditation work?
No, it does not. We do not meditate. We have to be in meditation. There's difference between the two. You do not meditate before realization. After realization, you are in meditation. So you become thoughtlessly aware. So when you meditate in Sahaja Yoga, you become thoughtlessly aware, and then you start growing into a new awareness or a higher awareness, which you call as doubtless awareness. And that is how you start growing. So the meditation is that you get into meditation. You don't do meditation. This one.
If you're one of these people that are thinking all the time and you're blocking up the other side, how do you balance it up?
If you are an excessive thinker, if you're thinking all the time, and this causes a block on the opposite side, how do you balance things up?
Just by, you see, turning your hand left to the right. It's very simple. You won't believe, but that's how we manage. First, the vibrations must flow from your hand. Then you will know how to balance. But when that doesn't happen, then you can ask somebody to balance you.
Seems that belief in Kundalini or chakra power sources or lights of energy, there are metaphysical hypotheses or as religious belief. What is informing that hypothesis for you? Because you seem to be extrapolating from a metaphysical belief and drawing the medical drawing medical conclusions about it. I'm wondering what's informing that hypothesis.
It's quite a big question.
It says you appear to be forming a hypothesis about Kundalini and relating it to medical conditions. From where does this hypothesis come?
Hypothesis
About Kundalini.
is my own knowledge. I have also done medicine to relate it to that. Is my own knowledge, I should say, and so many saints had this knowledge too. But only thing I have done is I have related to not only to medical but also to science. That's very important. Apart from that, I have devised a method, I would say, permutations and combinations of human problems. I've studied them and worked it out in such a way that our mass realization can be given. You see, I always try not to talk about myself because, see, Christ said that he was the Son of God, which was the truth, absolute truth. But people crucified him for that because people don't understand divine things. They don't understand. You see, they have no idea as to the divine power, what it can do. So they don't understand. So no use telling them about yourself. As I told you that I want to live. I don't want to get crucified just now.
When you are meditating and you feel a force within you moving, can you explain what this force is?
When you are meditating?
Yes.
Now, which meditation she is doing, first of all, let's know.
What kind of meditation are you doing? Chanting?
Chanting is absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. Because if you are not connected, supposing you are taking the name of God anyway, and you are not connected, then what's the use of taking the name? You are not connected. It's like telephoning without connection. It's very practical. Moreover, say, if you have to meet, say, the Queen of England, you have to have a protocol. You have to know her. You have to go by proper channel. You cannot just go and say, oh, Elizabeth, Elizabeth, Elizabeth. They'll all arrest you there. And if you do chanting, then you get into troubles, terrible troubles. So you must have authority. God is not in your pocket that you go on chanting his name all the time. But what you have to do is to be in his kingdom. Then, even once if you take his name, you are blessed.
We'll recite the 3 Mahamantras.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी आदिशक्ति माता जी, श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माता जी, श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Thank you, Shri Mataji, for this beautiful collective morning meditation and all the blessings that you have given us. Let's all bow down to Shri Mataji. Raise our Mother Kundalini and put Bandhan. Let's join again tomorrow at the same time for the collective morning meditation. Jai Shri Mataji.